Hello, and welcome back to another garden episode. This episode is another quick one. I'm just showing what I did a couple weeks ago with the peach tree. Now, I'll start this off with a disclaimer. Once again, I am cutting the peach tree off season. This is something that you really want to do after the leaves have fallen off or in the winter time. I'm doing it now because my tree is super bushy and I didn't want the tree to be taller than what my husband could reach. So I had him go into the tree and clear out the canopy. So with peach trees, you want the middle part to be clear, and I had a lot of branches because of the way this tree initially was when I purchased it. I had a lot of branches and a lot of growth directly in the center. So what I'm trying to do is make this tree branch out and widen so it has a more wider base. And I'm also trimming back some of the branches themselves that are the smaller ones that shoot off to the side. After I did all of the trimming, this is what I left with the tree. And I think for now I'm okay. We'll see what happens next year. But the goal is to make it come out more like the shape of what your hands would be if you put both your palms together and faced your fingers outward. When it came to my second peach tree, I did the same thing. This one wasn't too tall, but I did have a lot of growth still in the center that I needed to cut out. I just wanted to make sure that it was bushing out this season. I'm actually glad that neither one of my trees really did have any fruit on them. It wasn't planned, but we had like 3 frost early in the spring that took out the blooms on these and took out the blooms on the strawberries. So because of that, my peach trees just had a full season just to grow. They weren't trying to produce any fruit or do anything special. So I am going and cutting. Now when I cut, I am cutting the branch at a 45-degree angle. I watched a video from Epic Gardening in regard to how he was cutting his peach trees. So I used that same process and cut it at a 45-degree angle so that the water wouldn't rot out the branches. And once I did the pruning from the peach trees, I ended up mulching them again for the season. So I typically do a fertilizer and a mulching at the beginning in the spring once the weather breaks, and then once the fall comes in and we have close to our first frost time, I do that as well. I did it a little bit earlier this season because I did it at the beginning of October. So into September, beginning of October, I went ahead and trimmed this up and then fertilized it and mulched it. So this is going to go dormant. It's going to lose all of its leaves, and once it loses its leaves, then I'll check back on it and see how I feel. But this is just a quick update on some of the maintenance that I'm doing. If you stuck to the end of this, thank you so much. Please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.